Welcome to a Halloween special where I'm only going to be using tier 5 Insta-Monkeys in order to beat the boss. Yep, you heard me right. It's only gonna be Insta-Monkeys, guys, nothing else. So I'm gonna start with Geraldo, and let me show you guys what the plan is. This is actually so close. I mean, it's only tier 5s, and I took a look at the towers that I actually have available. And this thing is probably going to be possible, but it's going to be super close. So first off, we need to place farms. Now, the reason why we're placing farms is because of the way that these new Paragons work. So I think I'm just going to get, why am I placing the 5-0 or the 5-0? You know what? I think we should go for the 5-0. Let's just place this thing. This is going to be a 5-0 farm, which I'm going to get, you know what? Actually, I might even get this one, the 0-1. Actually, I'm going to do this one because this one makes a little bit more money. And so this one is going to auto-collect this one, and we're not allowed to upgrade anything. So the way that I have these Insta-Monkeys is the way that everything is going to be going. Now, I do not have a lot of tier 5 Insta-Monkeys, usually 1 to 2 at max for some of the towers, and then a lot of the towers I don't even have a single Insta-Monkey for them. So this is going to be quite interesting in how it's going to have, because you know what, I kind of took a look at the Insta-Monkeys that we have, and wait a minute. Okay, I didn't even expect the ace to be banned, but here's what the plan was. The ace is the only tower in which I had all of the different tier 5s, which meant that this was the only one that we could turn into a Paragon. But now that it's banned, wait a minute, what is gonna be happening in this run? Okay, well, new plan. So I have the tag zone, and I have a 105 tag zone. So that is probably one of the towers that I'm going to be using for sure. I think I'm going to place it where do I want to place it. Was Geraldo? Do I want to have it here, like just above Geraldo? I think that's the spot where we do want to have it. And let me actually solve one of the problems that this thing is going to have, which is just popping lead balloons, because Dread Balloon itself is a huge lead balloon. So let me place this village. So this is in range. I think that's basically, I just want to have this guy in range. So this doesn't have the jungle drums, and you know what? I wanted to place my primary expertise insta as well, because this has all of these top hat buffs like the attack speed, the extra range, and these are super beneficial for the tag zone. You know what? Am I placing this? I think I am actually. I think I'm actually placing this. You know what? I was just thinking about the farms, and I kind of said that they're going to be useless, but that's not exactly true. They're not going to be useless because they're going to be making money for Geraldo levels. So I'm going to be buying Geraldo to, I think this is a good spot, right? Okay, so in comes tier 1, and here's what we can do. We can buff the tags. Oh, wait a minute. Look at the primary expertise go. What is happening? This thing is destroying it. I mean, is it going to win by itself? I think it is. Yep, pretty much. Well, when we get to the support immunity, it's not going to do much, but here's the thing. We can buff this guy's damage attack zone by giving it the pickle. So let me do that, and then this thing, well, it's the third upgrade, is the MIB that's giving it, it's giving it basically the ability to pop through the metal layer of Dread Balloons. So these two seem to be doing a very good job by themselves, but let me also get the sharpening stone onto this thing, and it's all the buffs that we can give it. I think well, we can do Jerry's Fire, but that's not necessary at this point. So that was tier 1. This was a pretty easy one for sure, but we do have the correct towers for this one. So yeah, but we're still not allowed to upgrade anything. So this is only going to be a 105. I say only, but it's a quote-unquote only 105 because it's not that weak, especially when you have it buffed. But it is kind of going to start getting weaker as these new tiers of Dread Balloons are coming out. The biggest question that I have is, should I be placing my tier 5 True Sun Gods? And I think the answer to that one is probably no, because these guys come without any upgrades. So I have 2 of the 501, so maybe we're going to just drop one of these guys just for fun. And then what else do we have? I mean, we have a 510 Ninja, no Alchemist. The Druids aren't going to do anything. We have a couple of, oh, you know what? We can maybe use one of these guys, the 050. I'm also definitely going to be placing the 050 Boomerang as well. That's going to be some extra damage. And then I noticed, where is it? Here's the glue. Okay, so look at this one. This is the 150 glue. This is probably going to be the key tower in beating this thing, because this thing is going to amplify the damage that a Dread Balloon takes. It's going to make it a lot more vulnerable to everything that we have, and if we just keep buying these DPS towers, like for example, maybe the bottom pad super like the 005 and the 050, we might have a shot at beating this because it's still the normal one. Okay, so here's the problem. It's currently immune to primary, and when this tag zone gets to attack, it's probably going to do a lot of damage, but the thing is, it's not taking any damage as of now. Let's do the Apache Prime actually. So let's have this guy like, yeah, there we go. So there goes the Apache Prime, and this thing should be enough to just kind of help get rid of the primary immunity and for the next tiers as well. And then when this thing is gone, the tag zone with the, I'm going to use the Homeland ability now. And these guys seem to be, yeah, they seem to be shredding this. Oh my god, when the rock layer is out, this thing is just, oh my god, this is doing so much damage. And he also has the good crossbite. It's a 502, so this is not a this is one of the good crossbites. Everything that we've played so far is kind of lacking something, but this one has it all. So there goes the tier 2. That was a pretty easy clear, and I suspect that starting from the tier 3 onwards, we are gonna start seeing some huge problems in dealing with these bosses. Let's just see how we do versus the tier 3. So this is the tier 3 coming out. I think I'm probably gonna use, you know what, let me just use the homeland and let's get this thing off of cooldown as soon as possible. So we need to get rid of the primary immunity and get the tag zone into the game again. I'm not upgrading this one. It's even free. I mean, it's all in the tag zone up until this point, and the tag zone is super buffed. And you know what, it looks like the pickles expired and the sharpening stone expired as well. So let me buff it up again and let's see how much damage. Oh, too many windows. Let's see how the damage is going. So the primary immunity is gonna go out in a second. Let's just speed it up with the homeland ability, and now let's just see the tag zone go to work. So it's doing, oh yeah, it's definitely a lot slower than it used to be. So I'm kind of wondering, I think we're gonna be able to beat it before it exits the tag zone's range. If not, we're gonna have to buy the 052 heli. So let me keep using the homeland ability off cooldown. Yeah, this is going way slower than the previous ones. We might wanna place the heli, I think. So let me just find where this guy was. Yeah, there it is. Let me get the 052 heli. I'm gonna have it here on the side because it's not gonna do any damage. Well, maybe a little bit, maybe a tiny little bit. Let's use the marine here, and then let me use, I think this is gonna be the last homeland ability, and then I want to move the tag zone maybe towards, where am I moving it? Maybe towards the left, because I still want to have this thing in the range of, let me just play the marine again, kind of exiting the range of the tag zone. And yeah, it's time for us to move it. So let's move it like this. I think this is gonna be just like a good enough spot. It's not the best one, but it's gonna pop in a second. So there we go. That was the tier 3. The tier 3 was actually surprisingly taken care of by the tag zone. It is a super buff tag zone, just to be clear, but the tag zone defeated it. So I will see you guys in a second for the tier 4. Tier 4 Dread Bloon. Well, it's time for us to play some other towers, and you know what I was thinking? I was thinking it's time to pull out the big guns. Let's place this guy, the 005 Super. I really like this tower because we're gonna be able to teleport it around the screen. I've been onto this boss run for at least over like 15 minutes, and I feel like 2D a little bit. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, guys. This feels a little bit dirty because I'm not used to doing all this stuff. But you know, once in a while we kind of have to go at it, and we have to have fun. So let me, you know what, I think this guy's actually doing some decent amount. Oh my god, he's at 700,000 already. So let's use the ability. Let's speed it up. The tag zone is going to go online in a second, and it's going to be, it's only a military, but we don't have that many military towers. So this one is going to, yeah, this one is going probably the fastest out of all of them. But we are gonna need to place something else. So when the magic community comes, which is gonna be after this one, it's only gonna be the tag zone, and well, the military, I guess you're gonna have the heli active, but this thing doesn't do a lot of damage by itself. Yeah, look at that, it's barely going anywhere. So we are going to need a different tower as soon as possible. So here's what I was thinking. Let me get, oh, where's the glue? Why can't I? Oh, I have it open. Okay, so let me get this thing. This is gonna be the 150 glue, which is gonna be a damage amplifier. And I was actually thinking of getting this thing, a 105 sniper. So it's not the best crossbow again, but it is, you know what, we're gonna have to take it. Let me use the homeland ability again, and let's try and focus down these rock balloons first, because they seem to be a little bit more annoying. So I'm gonna have this thing on first. Actually, you know what, even if you have it on strong, it's not gonna do anything. We barely have enough damage with this super monkey not doing anything. So let's try and figure out a solution for this thing. What does damage? I could probably get this thing. I could probably get the 050 boomer. So let's get that thing going. Let me use these abilities. I mean, just keep the abilities going, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna use the boomer ability now. Hopefully this is gonna speed things up a little bit. I think it's actually helping while the ability is active. And then what else? How many tier 5s do we have left? I mean, I can probably place the Buccaneer, which is gonna be one of the military ones. You know what? I think we're just gonna need some different categories of towers anyways. So let me place this thing as well. When the support immunity is active, we are doing the most amount of damage because we have basically no support towers. So that got me thinking that I kind of forgot one of the towers. I forgot the 050 Spike Factory. Okay, let's see if my tier 5 instas can beat tier 5 Dread Bloon. So there is one tower that I'm missing, and I said I'm gonna buy. It's this one. It's the Spike Factory. It's a 050. It's gonna do a decent amount of damage, and hopefully, is it under? Yeah, it's under the MIB village. And I wanted to buy one more thing. Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, it was the Millpad Super. Did I say buy? I'm not buying anything. I'm just placing them out of my Insta collection. And then what are we missing? Are these guys going to be able to do it actually? Because they seem to be doing well, but we just started. So let me do that. Let me use the abilities. I'm going to click everything actually. Let's place the Marine as well. Is that everything? Nope. Missing the Boomer ability. And let's see how fast this thing is going. I mean, it's like 1,000,000 HP, but it's not really 1,000,000 because, well, it's got the shield and it's going to regenerate a couple of times. So here is what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of placing the... Where's my sub? I can't see the subs. I had a 501, and I think that this is a good idea because it's going to reduce the cooldown on the homeland. And basically everything else, because we're kind of dependent on cooldowns, it seems like. You know what? I said I was going to place one of these guys because I have 2 501s, and I'm actually going to do it. Let me place a True Sun God Insta. I mean, how often do you see this? Let's place it here on the left side. It's not going to be in range of anything, but you know what? It has so little pierce that his projectiles aren't even making it to Bloons. It's like still stuck on these ZOMGs in the middle. Okay, so let's keep using our abilities. Let's just dump everything. The whole line is coming out in a second. Let's use that thing as well. Okay, so I reduced the projectiles a little bit because it is getting very tense. But here's the thing, when the boss is here on the left side, I think that is when our damage is going to start getting reduced because a lot of these towers are just straight up not going to be doing anything to it. You know what? I placed the 050 heli. It's 052 actually, but I'm kind of forgetting about it. And I'm kind of forgetting about these buffs. So let me buff a couple of our towers. Is this even a good idea? I mean, let's just basically place everything that we have from Jerry. So, are these traps going to do anything? I don't think the traps are doing anything, but you know what? I'm just going to keep placing them. Let's give this thing the invisibility potion to attack zone. This is because it's going to increase its range a little bit. Let's keep using the abilities. Wait a minute. Is the Energizer not submerged? It wasn't submerged this entire time, so we were not getting the benefit of the cooldown reduction on any of our towers. Oh my god. Let me just submerge it. And let's see, do we get it? Yeah, we get it now. Oh my god. I was wondering what's happening with the DPS, but that was the thing. So let me move this thing over here. And let me just check the buffs on it because I think some of them might have expired. So, oh no, actually the Pickle's still here. The Pickle has one more round to go. Okay, that's good, that's good. Just keep using the abilities. Let me move the Boomer as well. How's everything doing? I should probably move the... Is the Boomer attacking? It is. It is still attacking. Okay, that's good. And you know what? It's looking like they actually have it. So this is going to be the last homeland ability. And there we go. The tier 5 Insta-Monkeys. A bunch of tier 5 Insta-Monkeys that I had been collecting. And you know what? I actually got a couple of them from buying Insta-Monkey packs. But that's like a super rare thing to even get in the shop. But they actually did. We actually beat Bloons by using only tier 5 Insta-Monkeys, which kind of didn't go, I guess, as planned because, well, I was planning on using the Ace Insta-Monkeys and kind of getting the Ace Paragon and not having to spend all of these guys. But that's it for this one. A very unorthodox video, especially from the type of content that I'm recording. But I felt like, you know what, maybe we just go all out for one video, and that was the one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was really fun. It kind of hurts a little bit, I'm going to be honest, placing all these tier 5s, but it is what it is. So thanks for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one.